If you want a good time, if you want a good time, let me hear you say, hey, everybody say, hey. If you want a good time, if you want a good time, let me hear you say, hey, everybody say, hey. If you want a good time, if you want a good time, let me hear you say, hey, everybody say, hey. If you want a good time, if you want a good time, up, get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up, put your hands up.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Taco Tuesday. I hope you are all ready for some PPI for breakfast, and that's not PP in your eye, but PPI is coming out at 8:30 in the morning, and from there, we will have some better ideas because as good as I might think that I am, I don't have the ability to get these reports prior to their release. So PPI is coming out at 8:30 and Fed's Bostic speaks at 1:15. There are no bond auctions to speak of today, and tomorrow is the big CPI. So, where are we at? Well, let's go over that real quick. We'll go through in chronological order where we're at, where we're going, and, or at least where we think we're going, because we don't know where we're going until we get there. Monday, the candle for this week is 53.51.88. That's the candle for the week. Obviously, you can see the lows of the day, 53.24.37. We filled the gap from over the weekend, so that's nothing to see of. But what I want to point out is how we closed green 3 days in a row. The reason why I'm going to point that out is because if you want to go back, and you want to go back through the entire year, 1, 2, 3, you remember July, your bullish, euphoric fucking run. Well, there you go. Hell of a lot better than 3. Coming right out, 4th of July as well. Here's your 3. Here's your 4 back in June. Again, big euphoria, and CPI was right inside that. Here's another 4. Here's another 3. Here's a streak of 4. Again, there's your 3. So 3s have been pretty consistent going back to last year. You do get the occasional 4. You do. And this is OPEX week. And OPEX week is there to chew you up and spit you out. And kind of happened to a couple of people yesterday, as I shared prior to the open, right after futures got open, talking about buying the 53.50 calls, selling the 53.45 calls, $2.50 to $3 credit for everybody overnight. Well, as you saw yesterday, well, you know what? We'll just bring you over here to show you in real time as you got your big spike up yesterday on the one-legged pony show. Sorry, the one-legged donkey show. NVIDIA being the only provider yesterday. The only provider yesterday. As you got your spike here early in the morning, oh man, she's good. SPX Scalper coming out here, getting the 1 DTE 53.50, 53.45s at 3.50 for today. Getting some August 16th QQQ4 50 puts, which I saw she scalped later in the afternoon for about $1.50. But then she comes in here with her 0 DTE 53.50, 53.45 call credit spread at $4. And where did we close? 53.44.39. So my pre-market alert was 100% or better. Her getting in there at $4, which I know a couple of people follow. $4 credit, dollar risk, bring it on down. 400% on the trade.
What the hell happened? What just happened?
So here we are. 3 green closes in a row. Nothing really that we're working with. Come on to the QQQ. 3 green closes in a row. 3 green closes in a row. 3 green closes in a row. Euphoric move. euphoric move. June, remember, CPI, boom, 3 green closes in a row. So there's a high probability that you are getting your red close today. Your red close today being your close below 53.44.39. High probability going off stats. That's all we're going off stats. We haven't had PP in our eye yet, so we can't throw shit up on the wall and start talking about where we're going until the PPI report comes out. Coming over here onto the IWM, IWM ate a bag of dicks yesterday so that it could finance everybody going over there and buying NVIDIA because it was the only provider in the one-legged donkey show yesterday. So that's where we're at. And again, just to go through, where is it? Yeah, your email yesterday. Again, just going over review. This is where we're at. This is where we've traded. And coming on here again, looking at the two call credit spreads to play, the $253, the $53.45s, and $1 or better on the $53.90, $53.85s. And we'll go over why we talked about that earlier. But yeah, getting $1 on $4 risk, 25%. If you're an adult, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So PPI, let's get into our charts. So I'm looking here at the SPX that I use intraday monthly chart for the month of August, this being where August began. As you recall, we were looking for a red month in August. We got into the short and, well, getting better than $3 credit and having it drop down to 25 cents a week ago Monday. Why not just take the trade off instead of leaving it there for an entire month? So here's where we're at. And we've got our gap unfilled from last week, Thursday, when the jobless report came out, and it didn't look very nice, but market decided to gap up and have that rally on 888. 888, crazy things happen. Where am I? So this is what I'm looking at. Coming off our bottom there from a week ago Monday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, giving us either wave A or wave 1, we don't know. Nice drop to the downside. Wave B, wave 2, don't know. Could also be A. And our bounce to the upside, which I will zoom us in, and I believe it will be 3 days. It might be 4 days, so bear with me here. There we go. So coming off that bounce, right, off of that 52.33.85, I adjusted and went to 52.34 to make it a round number. From that bounce to 3, then your little 4 dip. What I'm counting here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 waves to the upside. 11 would fit. If 11 does not fit, then what we are looking for here is a breakdown below yesterday's low, 53.24, for our 12th wave. Could be here. Don't know. Could be here. And then a 13th wave to the upside. Because again, we have these bottom of the gap that has not been touched over here at 53.83.89. Possible, plausible. However, where we are at here at 53.42.71, this is our 50 retracement of the drop of the month of August, right there. 55.66.16, 51.19.26. Now move us on up just a fractional little bit. 53.94, and we have the 50 retracement of the entire drop, coming off of the all-time highs in July down to that 51.19, the 550 points. So possible, plausible that we do get that move to the upside. Possible. 53.45. Let's call it 53.90. So possibly 45 points to the upside. Again, don't have the PPI report. Haven't had anybody PP in my eye in quite some time. Been a few years. Don't really remember it too well. But 45, maybe 50 points to the upside. And then you've got your 52.60, which is 80, 90 points to the downside if it should hold. With this gap from last week's jobless claims coming down here to 50 200. Your call. Come over here to the VIX, and the VIX, again, having a little bit of, you still got a shot. Holding above those major lows from August and April of 2022, 1912 and 1845, still have a gap to be filled, going down just to around that big 1811 mark, but hanging there, hanging on to that 2102, even though you do have a little bit of a gap down overnight, hanging onto that 2102, and PP in your eye is going to fix that. Crude oil. You look at this move on crude. Coming here from 71, right now sitting just barely below 80 on the tensions of what's happening over there with everybody getting ready for Iran to go and do something with Israel. Somebody made a point which I did not know, which was something like 30% of the world's semiconductors are all made in Israel. So, crude, trying to tell you something. Leave it on out and move on over into what's more significant, and that being, we'll leave here. We don't need that. QQQ, looking at QQQ on the downside, ABC, boom, boom, boom. Now, we will zoom in so that we are avoiding any kind of garbage. Actually, you know what? We will look at this from the month of August, which I have on my other chart. August. And we'll look at the 15-minute because it will fit. Here is your August candle. August candle being up here at 475. Here is our move to where we are, right? Just fractionally below the 100-day moving average. Very well looking AB. I have not counted the waves coming off of this dip with the big move over there to the other day. But where you are tracking here, right here, this green line, and we'll look at it. This is your 50 retracement. I'm using the April lows. Okay, I'm not using the 420. I'm using the April lows just to be able to see where the 50 retracement is. And it sits right there, right at, call it 459. So just below it. Come on over into what we're watching. Come on to QQQ, which is a little bit more detailed. And the 50 retracement right there of the entire drop. Nope, that's still going off of the April. So let's make it to the, I've got it here already. I know I've got it here. Here it is. Yeah. No, that's what we're looking at for our dip. Apologize. But anyway, point being, I'm not going to fuck around with it. This is your 50 retracement right in this zone, this gap that needs to be filled. So possible, plausible that you have a couple of points to the upside where you have your big 44226 sitting down below, and you've already come over and tested your 456 down below that. So want to play the upside ahead of PPI with PP in your eye? Feel free. Can't say what's in the report. Don't know what's in the report. Looking here at what everybody's pointing to, which is the US dollar, Japanese yen. And as you can see here, this is a big, major, nasty flag. Nothing bullish about this whatsoever. So seeing the yen drop to the downside, very possible, very plausible as where we're sitting right now. And then finally, I'll leave you off here with IWM. IWM looking here at a 30-day at the beginning of July. This being your big gap up on that CPI report in July. Bang, bang, bang. Oh my God, we're going to new all-time highs on IWM. And then you got absolutely body slammed. We took off that trade that we were in, which was a 32 trade, which went a little bit more than 130%. And as you can see here very clearly, very, very clearly, you are consistently rejecting right in that 207, 208 zone. And here we are pushing down on that 203.69. Nothing bullish about this whatsoever. So I wish you the best of luck in finding something delicious to eat on Taco Tuesday and leaving you off with Taco Tuesday. I will expand this just so you can get a better look because you should already have it, but this is your last Tuesday, August the 6th, which was a green Taco Tuesday. And we went over this, how during basically from May all through until that drop started July 16th, nothing but green closes on Taco Tuesdays. Got a couple of red ones there, right there, July 23, July 30, and then another green one there last week, Tuesday. So putting it all together, seeing how you've got 3 green closes in a row, seeing as how you come back onto your SPX chart, and from what it looks like, what it cleanly looks like, is you do have a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 waves to the upside. We'll see what PPI brings, but yep, a bullish dip would bring you down no lower than 52.34. Enjoy your morning, enjoy your breakfast, enjoy everything that you've got going on in life, and
let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.